Good morning, children. Welcome back. Children, as you already know, we have finished with 2.5 Let's March. And we have already done the meanings of this lesson. I hope you have gone through the tutorials, finished off with all the assignments given. Today I thought let's take up the English workshop. That's on page number 84. Now these questions are very important from your exam point of view. Children, please remember your textual questions all are important. Okay, so you're not going to leave any question from your textbook. So please see that you solve all of them. So today I'll be basically helping you how to solve those questions. All right, so let's start. So I hope you are ready with your textbook. Keep your pencil or pen ready there. We're going to write the answers, some of the answers directly into your textbook. Okay, so let's start. Now some questions are going to be objective, some are going to be subjective. Okay, you know your first terminal exams will be very soon. So please be prepared overall. Please read the chapters, because when you read the chapter, you are able to answer it, faster, and it becomes more easier for you. Now the objective questions here is, name the following. The persons to whom Kailash Satyarthi gives the highest credit of his honor. Now this you will see on, you'll find it on page number 78. It's a direct answer there, and all the names of those persons are given there. You have Kalu Kumar, Dhoom Das, Adarsh Kishore, and Iqbal Masih. Now very important is you understand the question first. Now when we say that Kailash Satyarthi gives the highest credit of his honor. Now we know what honor did he get? The Nobel Prize, right? Now he doesn't take that honor for himself. He gives it to the others, okay? Because there are other workers who work with him. The highest credit he gives it to them. So the names that we just read, I just read up now, those are the names of those people. So you will have to write the names of those persons. Then the greatest personalities from the land of Buddha. Now we have two names there on page number 79. Please turn your page to 79. You'll see there you have two names, Guru Nanak and Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. Then you have so-called daughters of Kailash Satyarthi. So if you turn your page to page number 81, you'll get those names there. In the second para too, you have two Kayanats, Sajaya, and the daughters from Africa. All these are the daughters of, so-called daughters of Kailash Satyarthi. Then the foreign activist of equal rights mentioned in the speech. You have foreign activists. Now which are the foreign activists? Now you guess what's given in the textbook. You have Iqbal Masih, you have Malala Yousafzai, and you have Tom Harkin. Okay, all these names, they are foreign activists. Okay, now next question. This too is objective. Mention the social issues highlighted by Kailash Satyarthi in his speech. Now one social issue is given for you. Now they've given you the child labor. Okay, that is a social issues. There are many more, and all those are given on page number 83. If you look at your page number 83, it's very clearly given there. You'll have to search and find. I put down here, you have slavery, trafficking, child marriage, sexual abuse, illiteracy. This is what we did in the third part, if you remember. Okay. Moving on, complete the following diagram or the chart. Now this is very common in almost of your language papers. Okay, you get these, and these are very simple, children. So you should not make mistakes. You should score your marks here. Now this is directly from your text. What is the aim in life of Kailash Satyarthi is that every child should be free. Okay. Now, what is the answers there? That you will find directly if you turn to page number 80. You have two, now I've written down two answers for you there. To be a child, to grow and develop. Now the rest of these answers you're going to write on your own. Okay, it's from the text. Then the next, complete the following web chart. Now you have a web chart here, which is very common in your language paper. Now, very important is understand the question that is given. What is there? What Kailash Satyarthi appeals. Okay, what do you mean by appeals? Means binti karta hai na? Kya binti karta hai wo? Okay, so you have already got this let us. Okay, let us. It's all given here. There are 5 of these. Now, that is also clearly given. Okay, if you see page number 84. I've put 2 answers there. You're going to find the rest. We did this in part 3, if you remember. Let us globalize compassion. Let us march from darkness to light. These are the 2 answers are given. The rest you can do on your own. Okay. Then, now the next 5th question. Think and give your own response. Now these are very, very important questions. This is self-study. This is self-response, personal response questions that you get. So, this carries around 2 marks, okay, in your exam. So, please see that you are able to write. Now, what am I going to do now is just explain to you the questions, but you're going to write it on your own, in your notebooks, okay? So, please write these questions in your notebook. I can just help you now how you're going to write it. Now, how can education help the deprived children and child laborers? Now, you are receiving education, right? Now, how is it going to help the deprived children? Now, what do you mean deprived children? Those who do not get, and child laborers. How is it going to help them? One thing is what? They're going to recognize their rights. And when you recognize their rights, what happens? You are not going to let anybody exploit you. No, you're going to fight against the exploitation. And you are going to be, if you get education, you're going to be in a better job. Okay? You're going to be self-supported. No, you're going to support yourself. So here you can put those points. Okay, you may have better points. You can write those in this question. Then you have name any other social activist who has worked. Okay, that is the past, or is working earnestly for child welfare. Now this is concerning child welfare. Okay, remember this. You may have many social activists, but we're talking about child welfare, mainly working for the children. So, write about his or her activity. It may be a male or female. So, you are going to Google and find that and write the work of that person. So, it can be, now what we had done in the textbook, we spoke about Mahatma Gandhi, we spoke about Nelson Mandela, we spoke about Martin Luther King, okay, those were the ones who had worked, no? But you are going to write something that the present, okay, any other social activist. Then, what message does the little bird story of the forest fire convey to us? Remember the bird story that we did in part 2? The little bird that, was taking a drop of water in its beak when the forest was on fire. So, here, what message do you get from it? Okay, so what message do you get? Explain. What message? Here, we can talk about no matter what your problem may be, you should always try to find a solution to it, not to give up, not to be disappointed. Because the child, here children, we know that the bird was not giving up, saying, I'm doing my bit. Okay, so you can write what message, other message, if you get, any other message that comes into your mind, you can write that also. Then, besides the political freedom that our nation enjoys, what other freedom should it strive for? And say why. Now, we know about political freedom, the freedom to vote, the freedom of movement, all this we know. But what kind of freedom should we strive for? What should we work for? You can talk about social freedom. No? You're talking about child labor is going on. So we see that it should not be there. There shouldn't be, corruption. All these things you can write. And any other social evil that you see around. You can get a lot of clue from this chapter. And say why do you need that freedom? You have to explain why. Then, what is your impression of the acceptance speech given by Kailash Satyarthi when he received the Nobel Prize? Now, you know the speech. The entire chapter is on the speech of Kailash Satyarthi. What is your impression? When you have, read the chapter and you know about this man, what his work and you've received the Nobel Prize. What is your impression? You can say he's a great inspiration for us because he's an Indian, okay? So you can write in 3 or 4 sentences about his life. Now this you're going to do as self-study. Let's move on. Now the 6th one is objective, very easy. Choose the correct option and write in front of the given word to convey the exact meaning. You have divinity, that is godliness, because we talk about divine means godly, okay? So godliness. Then extremist is militant, talking about the extremist, the violent people, okay? Then culminate, rise to a peak. Then we have exploitation, okay? Then you have mortality, you have dignity. These 3 you're going to do on your own. These are easy, you can find it out and do it on your own. Then 7th we have pick out from the lesson the noun form of the following words. Now forming noun, forming verb, we've already taught you in the earlier classes, and the clue also is given to you children. You remember the clue when we form noun, what is the clue? You keep the in your mind, okay? When we say the dignified, it doesn't sound right. You say the dignity, okay? Second, pacify, don't say the pacified, you say the pacification. Then the pursue, no, we say the pursuit. And the ignore, no, the ignorance. Okay, so likewise you're going to put the in your mind and write the answers for these 2. You're going to form nouns for them. Then verb form. What is the clue now for the verb form? We've done that earlier. You keep in your mind what? To, T-O, to, okay? To democratize. This is, what is this word here? Democracy, okay? Democracy. So democracy, to democratize, okay? Then global, to globalize. Hindrance, to hinder. Resolution, to resolve. And the other 2, liberty and service, you will do on your own. Now, beside these, if you look at your textbook, you have on page number 86, you have question A. 8A, use the following words as a noun as well as a verb and make meaningful sentences with each set in your notebook. Now this I will take as a different topic for you, and that will be explained to you. Then write minimum 4 hidden words of more than 4 letters, okay, from intergovernmental, that you've already done those kinds of questions. You're going to write that in your notebook. Make meaningful sentences by using the following phrases. That too you will do in your notebook, okay? And pick out from the lesson the antonyms of. Now this all is from the lesson. Antonyms, you know what is antonyms? It is the opposite word, right? So you have ignorance, that will be knowledge. If you have immortality, it is mortality. So likewise you'll do the others. And 9th day you have a question there where you are going to think and do. What will you do in the following situations? So you have A, B, C and D questions there. So that too you're going to solve on your own. In your notebook, children, you have to do. Because that is what you are going to do in that situation. Okay. And you have even the B part of 9th question. Right. Any 2 efforts that you can make to enroll deprived children, out of school children into a school. And one is given to you. They've given one answer there. I will persuade parents of each children to send them to school. The others, you are going to do the 2 other clue points you can write on your own, any 2. For now, children, we'll just do it till now, only these questions. The next is types of sentences that we will take next time. So for the time being, right now, you just do all this in your notebook. All these questions are objective questions. Some you have to think and write, okay? Basically, children, some of these are questions where you have to give your personal response. So learn to write simple. In simple language, you write these answers. And that will be checked later. So I hope you've understood this far. Please complete all your assignments. Please be regular in doing your assignment, children, because these marks are counted. Thank you and God bless you, children.